there comes a point in time when in everyone's professional career, or I don't care what profession you're in, you're going to receive you're going to receive disdain from people. You're going to receive some form of resentment. In the streets, we like to use the term hate. Okay, people are going to hate you. They're going to hate on you. Why are they going to hate you? Why are they going to hate on you? It's because people are naturally haters. They are natural haters. I don't know why they're natural haters, but they're natural haters. And the person who's being hated upon the most in all of sports is Caitlin Clark. Now, I want to talk about Caitlin Clark for a second, just her greatness and how the media has championed her, and she has risen to the occasion. 2 years ago, she was she had an amazing season at Iowa. They make an amazing run to the national title game, and they lose to LSU and Angel Reese. And I'm going to say this. Personally, I had no idea who Angel Reese was until the national title game. But I knew who Caitlin Clark was. Why? Because she can shoot the rock. Okay? And she can score on any and everyone. Okay, cool. Just a few months ago, this past March, beginning in April, Caitlin Clark and her Iowa Hawkeyes, they make another run to the national title game, and they run into the undefeated eventual champions, Dawn Staley, Camila Cardoso. They run into the South Carolina women's Gamecocks. Okay. Now, personally, yes, I did know every player on South Carolina because they're undefeated. Duh, obviously. And if you know anything about the tri-state area out here, Dawn Staley is a legend, a Philly legend. All right. I've said this before. I had the opportunity to meet her randomly one night at the Burlington bowling alley. Down to earth, amazing basketball mind. She is dumb cool. She's amazing. Definitely was in love with her back in the day when she was on the women's dream team. All right. Boom. Got you. Cool. But the story was about who? Caitlin Clark. Why? Because Yo drops buckets. Yo drops buckets. It's exciting watching her highlights because I will not sit up here and act like I watch their games. I'm not going to lie to my public. I'm not going to lie to the people who support me. Okay. But I do watch the highlights, and it looked amazing. So she's obviously the number one draft pick coming into this draft. And nice little draft class, but she was drafted ahead of several other women players. And so her stardom into this league, into the WNBA, because of the excitement that she brought from college, was like none that we have ever seen before in women's sports and women's basketball. Who am I talking about? I'm talking about now, I'm going to tell y'all this. The WNBA, the first game was June 21st, 1997. I know that because that's the day my parents were married. Okay? And I used to watch the WNBA religiously as a kid, but as you get older, it just doesn't hit for you. They need to lower the rim so women can dunk on other women. I'm just keeping it a B. All right, my point is, all right, so you get to, so you have where the game is exciting. It's taking over, okay? It's taking over. Caitlin Clark is taking over. She gets drafted, and because of the excitement and the media and the press and ticket sales go up, okay? Playing the games on television, it spikes, ratings spike. Why? Because of one person. They go from public flights to charter flights. I don't know if I ever said this to y'all before, but in the year 2000, okay, 24 years ago, I'm at Houston Airport, and who do I run into? The Los Angeles Sparks. Meet Lisa Leslie in the airport. Why? Because they were flying on the same flights, just like me. Just like me. Now, WNBA players don't have to do that any longer. So we all saw the play with Kennedy Carter and the hard foul, blah, 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 blah. The reality of it is this. Women who have been covering the game and women who have played the game are like essentially saying our game has always been exciting, our game has always been popular. Why, when this one player shows up, it becomes amazing? And in the words of Pat McAfee, who is probably the only person who can get away with what he said on television, play that clip for me.
People that continue to say, this rookie class, nah, just call it for what it is. There's one white bitch for the Indiana team who is a superstar.
Yeah, that's just absolutely wild, the way he said that. That's absolutely wild. Absolutely wild. So it's because of this one person. And instead of thanking her, they're hating on her aggressively. But the beauty of it is every player that's drafted behind her is going to appreciate her. It's the same thing when players were hating on Bird and Magic for making the game exciting, and David Stern had a vision to market the personalities. It's the same thing with when Michael Jordan selling sneakers. Other players are like, man, my contract is only this. But Michael Jordan's like, my contract ain't better, but I'm making money off of sneakers. It's the same thing. People hate on you. It's when Iverson brought swag to the league. When Iverson brought the braids and the shooting sleeve. Everybody in the town wanted to be like AI. It's other players hating. It happens everywhere. So I'm going to say this to you, Caitlin Clark. Keep hooping. It ain't going to be easy. You got a very tall mountain to climb. And, I mean, overall game, you know, there are plenty of players who have come that are better than you. However, for whatever reason, you are marketable and it's working. Stay the course. Don't let these hating commentators and these hating players discourage you from being great. Yeah, I said it. They're hating. And only the real ones who don't have a hating bone in their body can admit the truth. And I salute you. So keep pushing forward, Caitlin. Keep pushing forward. All right, last story in this episode. I'm going to say about goddamn time. About goddamn time. About goddamn time. NCAA athletes are finally being paid. That's all I got to say. This is another episode of the Nate Russell Experience. Remember, if you enjoy the content, share the content. Hashtag the Nate Russell Experience. Like the content. Send it off. You know what I'm saying? Follow me on socials. I'm on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Thank you all. Thank you for your time. Peace.